Hello again, this is the Nail Mogul, and I'm going to be making a really super short tutorial on how to do 3D acrylic flowers. I was specifically asked by a student who is brand new to the nail industry, and she's wanting to do her friend's nails and would like to do um, some acrylic flowers. So I'm going to give you a really simplistic explanation and demonstration of doing this. So what you want to do is you want to take your 3D brush, which is this. It's not a full-size acrylic brush. It's made specifically for doing like 3D acrylic flowers and 3D work. So when you set your acrylic ball down, what you want to do is just poke a semicircle in it. Take a look at what I'm doing. I'm just simply poking a semicircle in it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to take the flat part and I'm going to push back, push back, push back, and spread it over. Push back, push back. Now lean this way and push back. I'm sorry if you can't see this too well. Now come here and we can kind of make a little lip right there. Pull your brush on through so that you can get a nice petal. So all I did was set down a ball. I set down an acrylic ball and I let it set up. You have to let it get a little firm. And then what you want to do is you want to turn your brush this way and press it. Sorry about the view. Press it out. This is still wet. So you can press it out and it's going to give you a petal. Now watch what I do with this. I'm going to set down another one. And there is no law about how you need to do this. There's no law. You can just kind of set them. You don't want to make flowers perfect because no flower in nature is perfect. And if you try to make the flower perfect, you're not going to be able to do that. It's going to drive you insane. So just set your ball down. Notice how it's setting up. Notice how the ball is setting up. Let it set up and then take the tip of your brush. Let me wipe this out a little bit. Take your tip of your brush and just make a semicircle. Like you're going to scoop that. Notice how I'm taking the one corner over here and I'm kind of pushing it towards the inside of where the other petal is, because I want them to kind of like alternate or layer each other. So I'm just gonna, now watch what I do. I'm just gonna flatten that out. I'm gonna go that way. I'm pushing this one. See what I'm doing? And then I'm gonna kind of pull just lightly. Don't smash it. And I can go this way. Let's open that up. And let's press this side. I'm trying to turn my, let's press that side. So what we have, let's press that out a little bit. Take a look at that. See? So now I've got like 2 petals. And you can do, I can do like one more small one in here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take my ball. I'm gonna set it like right in here. And notice the way that I'm placing the balls is so that they'll be scooped around each other. Like this one's out here, then this one's kind of going on the inside of that one. This one is going to be, now I'm going to come and I'm going to scoop in here. Notice how I'm pushing, I'm just pushing the acrylic in the middle, in the ball, to get it to scoop outwards. See how I'm getting this side to kind of be inside of this petal right here? So I'm just going to scoop that a little bit. This, I'm going to bring that in a little bit. And now watch, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to lay it and press it out Just press it out. And you can make it like as 3D as you want. Notice how this petal is standing up a little bit. That's something that you want to do. You want to get the petals to, as you layer them in there. See that? Okay, so now what you want to do, and again, you don't have to do 3, you can do 4, 5, 6, 7, however many you want. One thing about doing 3D flowers, it's what you want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one that's kind of going to go here and over to this way, because if I set it here and then I press like this way, this petal's layer is going that way, this one's going that way, this one's going this way. So I'm going to set this in here to kind of go a little bit this way. So let's do that. And I'm not going to make it real big. I'm going to set this ball like right in here. See that? And you can even leave the flower like that if you wanted to. I mean, you could do that. So I'm just going to take the point and I'm pressing upwards. This is a little wet. You need for it to set up. So you need for it to get firm. This is the one time when you want your acrylic powder to get firm. Now take a look at what's happening here. This one, we don't have to smash it out as much because it's like the inner, it's like an inner petal. So look how gentle I'm being with it. I'm just like getting it to stand up a little bit. See that? Just a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna put a ball in the middle, and I'm just gonna like stick a hole in it so that it will be. So see how I've set that ball down there? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it set up, and then I'm gonna poke a hole in it, and that's gonna make like an inner petal. So I'm just gonna take my brush as it sets up. See that? Notice how that's looking like the inner, and it's a little wet. So I'm gonna push it out a little bit. Push it out, I'm gonna push it over to this side. Push it over to this side. And then you can curl this thing any way you want to. If I want to make this a little bit more, like, I can make a little dip right there. See that? So now watch this. You have to be really, really, really like goals directed when you do the last one. You want to make sure that you dab off your brush like a lot. You don't want a whole lot of acrylic liquid in it, because the ball, when you set it down, you don't want it to spread out. So I'm dipping my acrylic in the brush in the monomer acrylic liquid, and then when I pick up the ball, I'm going to hold it. I'm not going to set it down just yet because I want it to be pretty firm when it gets in there. So see how that's going to give me some texture? I don't want it to like set up and like spread out. So here's a flower, and then what you can do is you can put rhinestones around it, or you can even put some little dots, like one here, and then you can put a smaller one after that one. Let's clean that up a little bit. It's a little bigger than I want, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit, because this actually is a little bigger than what I wanted, but that's fine. You can even, here's an idea. We can make that a petal. Just press it to one side. See how it looks like a little petal? I've pressed it to one side and I'm poking up the top part of it, so it looks like a little petal. You know how you see a petal on a flower and it's kind of hanging off, or it's falling off and it's laying on top of another petal? That's the whole idea of what you're doing here. And then watch what I do. I'm gonna put some little flower dots. I'm gonna make these kind of small. So let's put this here. We don't want that to set up a whole lot. It's going to self-level. And then I'm going to put another one. I'm not even going to dip in the liquid again to get this next ball. And then I'm going to set that right there. Take a look at what I'm doing. So I want this to be, let's just get it. Okay, so then we can maybe, you know, we can put like one over here as well. I'm gonna make sure that you don't have a lot of liquid in your brush. See that? We can just kind of give a few of those over there, and maybe we can put one. Or you can do these with rhinestones. You can do these with rhinestones. You can put one over here by your petal, like this. And then that will make that look kind of like a little piece of a flower that came off. But again, this is for my sweet little nail baby doll who she's brand new to doing nails, and she's so excited and she wanted to see how you do 3D flowers. This is just a general kind of tutorial just to kind of touch upon what it is that you want to accomplish. Again, you can make daisies, you can make like just little round circles and put them all together in a cluster. You can make roses, you can make calla lilies. There's so many different things you can make. But I hope this helps. I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach me. So thank you so much for watching, and God bless.